Yo, it's another week.
Yeah, we're not starting with that for sure, 100%.
See, no, I think we're starting with that. I think that's no.
Like literally, it sounded like you took your first acting class. Yo, it's our second week.
This is like improv 101.
Looks around the room.
This is like before you get to.
I was gonna come in hot. I was gonna be like, I'm saving Yemen too.
Oh, because I wore Save Yemen last week.
You think they're gonna remember from last week?
Maybe.
I hope not.
Miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. Ay, miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. Ay, miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit.
But then when I got the shirt, I felt badly like I wasn't able to wear it in public because it looks like performative to have a Save Yemen shirt. It's like you're not actually saving Yemen, you just have Save Yemen on your shirt. So then I felt guilty and I donated money to another charity for Yemen that provided meals for families in Yemen. And then I had to also research what was happening in Yemen. And then I was like, okay, I think I can wear this shirt outside.
So you're saying white guilt works sometimes?
Not necessarily.
Is he Muslim?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Nah, man. I think he an old white guy.
You think that's an old white guy?
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't see color in this picture particularly.
Well, it's black and white, so it'd be tough.
My point exactly.
Oh, that was the joke.
Oh man, this is off to a rough start.
That
That was okay. Well, I feel like now it's coming together.
I feel like it's worse than it was before.
You guys have any good dreams recently?
No.
No?
I've been
I
having a
stopped
bad
dreaming.
one.
You've been having a bad dream? What's
Yeah.
the dream?
It's just like I get stuck in a place with like a bunch of people I don't like.
Oh yeah, like this right now?
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to tell what's reality and what's not.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, who did you get stuck with? Was it like
Nobody I want to name. But
Name
I've been
names.
drooling a lot in my sleep. I don't know if that means something.
probably means you got a loose tongue.
Really?
Yeah,
My tongue is loose?
your tongue is loose. Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, you been out here keeping your tongue loose?
I mean,
out here
I
with
feel
the
like my
loose
tongue
tongue?
has historically stayed pretty loose.
Yeah, you know they say loose lips sink ships. Loose
My
tongue.
lips are tight.
Lips are tight. Tongue is loose.
Yeah.
You just like
Wait,
tongue
what
bouncing
was the
around
end
in
of
there.
that saying? Loose tongue,
Loose lips sink ships.
and then loose tongue.
No,
I don't
there's
know.
no follow-up.
I don't think there's a follow.
Oh,
I was trying to rip something, but it didn't work.
I like how they say loose lips sink ships, and it was like literally on the Titanic.
It was an iceberg.
Homie was like, "Hey, there's an iceberg," and he wouldn't shut the fuck up about it, and nobody listened. So if anything, it's hard ears, you know.
Yeah,
Sink ships.
but that doesn't rhyme, so they don't want you to.
So they just have
They
the
don't
whole
want you to
thing
know.
wrong, and now people are just living by the wrong mantra.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep.
It's tight lips sink ships.
Tight lips sink ships. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you know, the opposite of open-mindedness sinks ships.
You think that
Is it unopened?
Closed-mindedness?
Oh yeah.
Did you forget the word closed?
Unopened?
Unopened mind.
Oh, this jar is unopened. You mean it's closed?
Yo, your mind is not open right now, yo.
It is open because you guys are just too controlled by these words and like how you use them. And I think I can manipulate language.
What? No, I don't think that's what that was.
Yeah, that was a manipulation of language.
No, I feel like that was depression affecting your short-term memory is what that was.
Yeah,
Damn.
You okay?
fine.
You good? You sure?
You think that happens with other sayings? Like the loose lips sink ships? That's wrong.
Yeah.
It's tight lips sink ships.
Yeah. You know what phrase I've never understood, which is right, is people say I could care less or I couldn't care less.
I couldn't
Which
care
one
less.
which one is right?
I think they say I couldn't care less. Right?
I feel like people say I could care less to mean like if you like
Well,
why are
because
you,
if I could care less, then I actually care probably a fair amount.
yeah
But if I couldn't care less, I don't care at all.
yeah
Yeah.
well it's like
This
I feel
sounds
like
like a Seinfeld joke.
it feels like a Seinfeld joke, yeah. If it like if you say I could care less, and somebody's like, why don't you don't give a shit at all? I could care less. Does that mean like you should be happy with how much I care because I could care less?
Yeah, if I'm in a fight, I'm like, I could care less. Obviously, because I'm in the fight, I
Yeah.
care.
I care.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
obviously,
wouldn't
yeah.
be fighting if I
And
didn't
how would
care.
you like it if I cared less?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Honestly, that's more of a threat.
I feel
than
like I feel like that's more.
because I couldn't care less. I have nothing to lose. Neither do you, because I couldn't care less.
Yeah. So why are we?
But
either
I
of us
could care
invested?
less. So if you keep doing whatever you're doing, I'll just stop caring. And then this falls apart.
Yeah.
Whatever this is in this hypothetical.
Damn. See, that happens with sayings, yo.
Yeah. It gets
Man,
real confusing. It's muddy.
I couldn't care less.
That was a really perfect setup and spike there. Yeah, you really did a good job with that one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I stopped dreaming.
You stopped dreaming?
Yeah, I think.
You smoke too much weed.
Yeah, I
You
think
stopped-
that's
you
what it
smoked too
is.
much
So
weed, yeah.
I don't dream anymore.
Yeah. I was dreaming a lot at the start of quarantine, and now I'm dreaming less. I think because my sleep pattern went back to being inconsistent.
Yeah, do you dream about like good stuff?
One time I had a dream where I saved, I rescued a dog, and then as I was like cradling the dog, he looked me in the eyes and he goes, you can't be friends with everybody.
Whoa.
Damn.
And that was the whole dream.
Whoa.
Yo.
That's a good dream.
Yeah.
I don't remember them shits like that.
I think about that one all the time. I don't remember most of my dreams.
Yo.
such a good one.
That's like
Yeah.
so powerful.
Yeah.
I should stop smoking weed.
It just seemed like, why was this dog so direct with me when I couldn't be direct with myself,
Wow. Kevin, you don't have shit like that going on.
I used to always have the same dream, and I remember it vividly.
Yeah?
I was like at my grandparents' farm when I was like really little, which I haven't seen them in like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And this dream I would always have was like me and my older sister were at that farm, and at the end of the dream, she falls off a cliff,
Oh,
and I would have that dream like every night.
fuck. What do
Like
you
the
think
earth is flat type thing? Like she fell off the earth?
I don't know where she fell to. I didn't ever see the.
What do you think that means? Does that mean like you're
I never really
scared
talked
for your
about
sister?
it anyway.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not to your sister?
I think it was like maybe because like we don't have a relationship that maybe that is what it symbolizes.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Yeah. I guess that makes it. Or that like you're afraid you're gonna lose her and it's gonna be weird because you don't have a relationship. What is it like?
I don't really know. Honestly, part of me is just like that's just a dream my head made up.
I mean, but it means something.
Yeah.
Yo, you think
Probably
this
means
stuff does mean something?
I think.
Because if that's the case, then I don't got that. And I'm like, yo,
I mean, I feel like
Bro, just that question, just the curiosity did not match like the
well,
the gravity of
level of talk. Yeah, just the. Do you think that means something?
yeah, because this is affecting me now. Because now I don't have these. And you're like having revelations about life.
I mean, I feel like it means something in a very abstract way, but like if you don't have dreams, then I don't think it necessarily.
It's like not
means
being into paint.
what?
It's the same shit. Like, paint's abstract, and you could like look at an abstract painting and you get what it.
Oh, I thought you said pain.
paint. No, he said. I knew he said paint, but I thought he's talking about art.
yeah.
But he's just for him he's like abstract. But he said it's like not being into paint. As if like that. I was like, oh, I get not being in. I don't know where he's going with this analogy. Like he just went into like Sherwin-Williams, and he's like, I don't really care about different shades.
I could care less about paint.
of turquoise. He's like, I don't care what the room color is, but he said paint like Picasso.
I thought you said pain, and I was so confused.
No, I
was
said,
like,
my bad, the mask situation, I guess, but I said paint.
Oh,
you
like
know?
art. Like,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
art. Like,
you're not into art?
no, I think that not everybody is into art, and I'm not particularly that into art, and
yeah.
maybe art speaks to some people, and I don't have that voice in my life.
I don't really think art speaks to anyone.
I feel like a
I
lot
think
of
you
people
just
bullshit
project.
About,
Yeah,
a
you
lot
just
of people
project.
definitely bullshit about like what art means to them. I feel like that's why white comedy shows are so bad sometimes.
So you
White?
think that people?
Yeah.
White comedy shows?
Yeah. Because white people refuse to accept that something's just not good.
Oh, you mean like a television show?
No, like like that, and also like stand-up shows. I feel like white people give stuff too much of a chance. That's why half the art in most museums is even there, is because people won't say it's bad. People just will look at a piece of art that's not anything, and they'll say, this isn't anything, but I bet it could be.
Oh, like a string attached to like a speaker, like hanging from.
There was
like
a
the
fucking
toilet.
like bro. I hate sculptures. Like
there was a fucking
no.
banana put on a museum wall for like $10,000, and people wouldn't just say this is not art.
Yeah, I agree with this.
Like, it's a fucking banana with duct tape on it, and it's in a museum. And
Yeah.
somebody ate the banana, and then they just put up another
I
banana.
hate the shit that's like one dot, like in the top, and they just like put one dot on it.
Yeah.
And people have to be like, oh shit,
Yeah, like what does it
this
mean?
dot is seclusion
Like
from
no,
human connection.
like
Yeah, that shit is weird, yo.
But sometimes you can look at something and be like, you feel something.
that's definitely true.
But hold
but,
on.
like-
Now you said that this art don't really mean shit.
No,
but
I'm,
it can.
it can.
Okay.
It doesn't
It's a
necessarily
paints by
mean
paints
shit.
basis.
Do you think it's
Yeah.
the same thing with dreams?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah,
So most of them don't mean shit.
I didn't say most.
Let me tell you.
A lot of them don't.
A lot of them.
Like if you have a sex dream, that's just very vividly, clearly about fucking.
Look, it
You know?
only means something if you need it to.
Ooh.
You know when someone like that, I'm like, oh, what if I just stabbed you in the neck? You know when like you say something and somebody's like, my friend Paul does that. He'll like hear something he likes, he'll go, like he's eating like cake. Like what?
Like you just ate what you just said.
Oh my god. Totally.
What if
I'm like, you Asian ass like motherfucker. You know, like when you tell like somebody in industry people some shit and they're like, that'd be a good show.
yeah.
What if why are you?
What if they did
What are you
like?
satisfied with?
What if instead they did it like they drank something like?
Oh, no!
What if you
I
just
hate
gave
that
them-
too.
Oh,
I see
that's
somebody-
worse.
Oh, somebody cracking something open and then I'm like, okay, cool. You like that liquid? Like,
Yeah, that's freaking weird.
you
What
know,
if
like a
like
Pepsi or a Coke, and someone's like, that's good Coke. I'm like, what?
it's like, did it really satisfy you that much?
Yeah.
Like, but
Especially
like, what if
if
you
it's
just told some,
dehydrating you.
It's
Right?
really like the other question is, what are you missing that
yeah, like you
satisfies
have to
you.
be so dehydrated for your body to have
Yeah.
that response naturally.
Yeah, so for you to go, to like something somebody's saying, you're just like dehydrated.
Oh,
good
my
thought.
mind is dehydrated,
Yeah.
dude. That's why I said that.
Yeah, but what if?
Yeah.
That was this. That was the same
That was
shit.
the same. That was the same response. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I just need to drink water.
Yeah, like most of the time, I'm just like,
Yeah, I'm like upset. If I'm ever like in an argument with someone, I just drink water,
yeah.
and then it's like
How often do you
Figures
do that
itself
and the
out.
argument's just over?
probably it actually takes a while to get the hydration going through your body.
Right, of course.
And then revisiting, you have to revisit hydrated.
Yeah. Do you ever like,
That's why I think people are racist.
because they're dehydrated?
Yeah, because like I think most racist places are like they're like in areas where there's like no like natural body of water, you know, like a lake or something. Like so,
Savannah, Georgia is like is one of the most racist places in the country.
Sure. But for this point, I'm saying I'm like
It is
I'm
salt
like,
water,
I'm like
though.
I'm like, but the people there, they don't drink water. You know, they drink RC cola and shit like that. So I'm like, they're dehydrated even more. So like, I don't think they're racist. They just need like, you know, some water.
They just need some water. Yeah.
Yeah, Middle East very racist. Not a lot of water there.
You know what you know what I bet it is? I bet it's like, I think it's also people probably like trying to replenish their water intake, but not thinking about the electrolytes. There are a lot of people like hyponatremic, you know,
Yeah.
flushing out all their salts.
Oh, that's why you have to drink some sugar water, right?
Gatorade.
It's like Gatorade,
For racists.
Pedialyte,
Pedialyte.
Yeah.
Pedialyte. Coconut water is very good.
Yeah.
They don't.
How can we market something that provides electrolytes to people that love Bud Light?
You know what?
Ooh.
How can we get more electrolytes in the Bud Light? Can we get a Bud Light Pedialyte?
We got a Pedia Bud Light.
Bud Light should make an active drink.
That's what I'm. No. But I'm saying just something to replenish them, so that these people are hydrated, so that they won't be racist anymore.
Yeah. It should. You think
Look,
it should
have you
go
ever-
like just be in the Bud Light or like a separate beverage?
I think we kind of got to put it in the beverage without them knowing,
Yeah. Right.
because you see these people that are like, you know, like Republican and like pretty right wing, and they look dehydrated as fuck.
Yeah, and it's because I think because people act like Coors and Bud Light, they act like it's just water.
Because
And
they work there, you know,
Yeah.
they dig a ditch all day,
Mm-hmm.
you know, on purpose, bro. Like they're not in prison. They just and then they go home and what do?
They drink a Bud Light.
They drink a Bud Light
to
and then
replenish their energy.
they watch Fox News and they believe it because they're not hydrated, so they're
Mhm.
dumb, and then they regurgitate racist facts, and then they're drunk and they hit their wife in front of their kids, who then get they think they need alcohol to cope with their childhood, and then they also grow up to be racist because they're dehydrated, and it's an endless cycle of dehydration.
'Cause they never got the example from their fathers.
Completely.
Right.
Mmm.
Why are we not talking about the absent hydrated father in the white community?
The absent hydrated father,
The absent hydrated father. Yes.
because he has. You think that? I think the dads that leave aren't hydrated.
I think we got to make
I-
hydration more.
We got to normalize hydration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you got to make it accessible
Yeah.
for everybody.
I feel like I sort of lost the metaphor on that bit for a second, so my bad. Let's bring it back though.
Now, like the dad that leaves is dehydrated.
The dad that leaves is dehydrated. The one that stays though
we
is
need to
also
get these
dehydrated.
IVs in too.
Yeah.
You know how you can just like.
I think
get
we
an
should have
IV to
gotta
health
get
care
yourself.
So
and
we need.
hydration for
So
everybody.
what you're saying is we need Medicare for all in the racist community. We need health care.
Health care and hydration.
Hydration first. I think hydration would solve a lot of problems. They wouldn't get sick as much.
Why is a bottle of water as much as a bottle of Coke?
Sometimes more.
Sometimes more.
Because they're
I've-
trying to keep people racist.
Yeah, I feel like the whole thing in Europe is that beer is cheaper than water. So like, and that's like, you know, ground zero for racism.
Why is the polar bear the only representative of Coca-Cola?
There's also Santa Claus,
There's also Santa Claus. Yeah.
who is
Both
like
white.
peak capitalism. Santa's black.
Are you just saying that
In
because I'm here?
recess. Nah, in recess.
In Recess, the show, the cartoon?
Yeah, it was James Earl Jones.
Oh, but you know, he does white people's voices. He was Darth Vader. And Darth Vader was white.
Darth Vader didn't look white to me.
Because you're looking
If
at
Darth Vader
Because
was
you're looking
white,
at the suit. You're
explain to me. He's the villain.
Finish the sentence.
I don't care. This isn't a political podcast.
Yeah, we did say all Republicans are bad, though.
I mean, that's a fact, though. You know,
So I say it's political now.
Yeah.
you know, it's not apolitical, but it's not a political podcast.
What does apolitical mean?
Not political.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Just like asexual is not
Yeah,
sexual.
yeah.
So we're not apolitical?
We are apolitical.
But we're not.
Wait, no, we're
apolitical.
not apolitical.
But we're not
we're not.
asexual.
Okay, now we're getting into double negatives, and I'm very confused. Okay,
that's a positive.
We're not apolitical, but we're not political. We're somewhere in the middle.
Wait, 2 negatives is a positive, but a double negative is not a positive.
What?
2 negatives is a positive, but a double negative is not.
Double negative is a positive.
Double negative is a positive.
A double negative and 2 negatives is the same thing.
Yeah. I think we're getting real deep
In
into
the semantics
Whoa.
here. You know what?
Yeah.
And a reminder that I am anti-Semantic.
A double negative is like multiple negative, and 2 negatives is 2 different negatives. So I thought a double negative is the same thing, and then 2 negatives were separate, so they're separate things. I didn't know like, a double negative. I thought they were just 2 separate negatives. And I don't know. Sometimes my brain works harder for no reason. My brain works hard, not smart.
it feels like I'm hiding something. Like to have to sit sit here and say that I don't want to run an ableist podcast here. I just want my friend to know that that's a weird fear. I don't look. I'm.
Two negatives and a double negative.
What were we talking about?
I was thinking about my biggest fears.
Oh yeah, what are you afraid of?
I don't even know if I'm comfortable sharing this, to be honest.
I feel you have to say it out loud to get over it. You know.
All right. Well, my biggest fear, and this is true, is if I became paralyzed.
I don't know how me being paralyzed would happen.
And then I didn't make the Special Olympics basketball team.
That's your biggest fear?
That would fucking crush me.
Hopefully, it would involve a Walmart truck.
That
I have news for you, bro. Everybody on the Paralympics basketball team is like 5'5". You can't be a big man and play wheelchair basketball.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's
Is
just,
that a-
that's like
is
opposite.
that a thing?
That's like
That's a
like,
real thing?
That's like little people playing in like the NBA.
No
what?
way.
It can't be like that.
It is
There's
like
no
that.
way.
Yo, for real?
No, why are you buying into this so easily? Why do you believe him?
You're too tall to play wheelchair basketball. You'll never make it.
That's not the problem I have with this.
Yo.
It's so conditional.
I can't believe this, yo.
It should have stopped at paralyzed.
I feel like we really dwelled on the wheelchair talk. I didn't know it was going to be such a big part of this episode.
Do you like people in wheelchairs?
I feel like if you answer to have to say that I like people in wheelchairs it feels like why do I have to say that, you know?
That's enough.
Yeah,
You're
because
scared you're gonna get.
If anything, it'd be good if you got paralyzed and you found basketball because that would help you deal with your disability.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what I was going to, and I would just lean into straight basketball. But then if I didn't make the team,
It would be easier to show.
Yeah.
Like,
How do they hide a leg?
I mean, there's tricks you can do. My high school history teacher had a friend who had a leg amputated who just like does scenes in movies where somebody gets a leg blown off.
no way.
he
They're
was
like specialized for that.
Yeah,
Damn,
well, he
so
was
Donish
in.
would just be a guy in every movie who'd be like, my legs.
You'd be that guy. Hollywood's so fucked up. They just they just pigeonhole you like that.
No,
you
but
know?
I wouldn't allow that to happen to me. I would control my own narrative.
Yeah, you got to put out your own content. you know?
Yeah, I would probably start a YouTube channel.
I mean, I'm really stuck on the fact that like,
That your fear is that you were paralyzed.
and then don't get to be in the wheelchair basketball league. You're not in the NBA now. You're not in like the.
Yeah, you couldn't play basketball today because he said that his kettlebell workout was too much yesterday.
I had an intense kettlebell workout. I'm on an off rest day today.
I mean, like, how good is your? I feel like you gotta have a good like shot, like a good 3-point shot, to play in that.
Yeah, I don't know what skills are required because
shooting
I
is
have
different.
I mean, it's definitely.
You're
I have
shooting
a
from
post
sitting
game.
down.
Yeah.
I have a good spin move, and if I could do that,
It's all gonna be
on
different.
there,
The mechanics are gonna be different.
yeah,
Because there are literally mechanics involved.
yeah. No, I would probably like totally take all my energy and kind of get into like how do you do the spin with the wheel.
So that's your
What-
fear.
yeah, that's my
What's your
fear.
fear?
I just want to know like why. Like, why don't you train now? Get in the league now.
Like, oh yeah, I'm training.
Yeah,
We're
like,
playing on Saturday, and if shit goes well, I might up it up. You know?
yeah,
Like,
you train now in the wheelchair, and you hang out with them. And
Yeah,
you're
I
in a
just-
wheelchair, and you're like, yeah, look at you guys, I can walk, but this is
Yeah,
I'm getting good at this just in case.
Yeah, see, that's weird. That's weird on your part.
yeah, that's why I can't
See,
do that yet. You know?
No.
It's
That's
like
too much.
Juwanna man for wheelchair.
Yo,
Honestly, it's not a bad movie.
it is a bad movie. It's a terrible movie.
I feel like we could do this.
No, there's no budget for this. Even though this is like,
Miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. Ay, miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. Ay, miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit.
Oh yeah. What was that? The Coach Carter quote? Our biggest fear is the inadequacy. That's how I feel like they're looking at my fear like that.
I feel like there's nuance in this conversation that we're ignoring. And I feel like Donish doesn't have a chance in the NBA. So why is he so concerned about the wheelchair league? It's
like he thinks they're like inferior athletes.
it's like he thinks they're not as good athletes, and so he should have a chance. But they're still better at basketball than you. You know, it's a different type of basketball, but they're still good at it. They have experience. You know, you think you're just gonna show up in a league and you're not used to using your body like this? No, they're gonna destroy you. Like they're gonna fuck you up, Donish. I just don't think you understand the logistics here. Anyway, save Yemen. Cool.
Hold on, let me.
So Yodoye doesn't think that I'll be good enough to be in that league because he thinks that Kevin Durant is worse or they're on the same level. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Obviously, they are inferior athletes. It just feels wrong to say that. Which is why people don't speak the truth, you know? Okay, can you please cut this?
No, Donish, you're not understanding. You You're a tourist in this league. You just got here. They've been here. They know what they're doing. They're pros. You think you're just gonna hop in and just like blast your way through this league because you used to have legs that worked? No, that's not how this works. You gotta get used to your condition now. They know what they're doing. You know, you're used to being able to spin move and all this shit. You can't just do that right out the gate. And they got the skills. Is all I'm saying. Even if it was LeBron couldn't just hop in that league. Couldn't just hop in the wheelchair. No. Give him some credit. Is all I'm saying.
I feel
Thank
like
you
I said it
for
last time.
thank you for watching and listening, and subscribe to the podcast and follow and subscribe on YouTube. Weekly episodes.
Every week. That's what weekly means. I mean, I guess we did. I don't know what else to say. We miled out.
Yeah, we miled out.
Mild out.